New pennies coming from our mints each month to supply copper for 3 new statues of liberty.
But industrial progress is directly linked to energy resources, and it was soon clear that America could never count on its oil alone to satisfy its ever-increasing energy demand. A large effort was made to reinforce in the population the idea that oil was something absolutely necessary before embarking in long-term risky investments in foreign countries.
Gasoline, for example, the most efficient mobile power source on Earth. That was the stuff that powered all those cars and trucks. And using the magic of research, oil companies compete with each other in taking the petroleum molecule apart and rearranging it into, well, you name it, fabrics, toothbrushes, tires, insecticides, cosmetics, weed killers, a whole galaxy of things to make a better life on Earth.
After weeks of discussions, there was a meeting at Qasem Palace on the outskirts of Jeddah. It was there that Saudi Arab government officials representing His Majesty signed a concession covering roughly 320,000 square miles. This was the starting point of a new American business venture abroad.
The popular image of the gold seeker was quickly replaced by that of the seeker of oil, which not by chance was also called the black gold.
Most important of all, the job would require men, hardy men, determined men, men who were willing to leave families and friends and journey halfway around the world on a quest that might end in failure. Men who could face hardship and monotony and still take it. And gradually they began to arrive. Carpenters, machinists, riggers, technicians, drillers, executives too, eager to extend a welcoming hand clasp to the new arrivals. Finally they drilled the first well. They found oil, but not in commercial quantities. It was not encouraging. They drilled again. No luck. And again, still failure. And then, at Dammam, it happened. Oil in commercial quantities had been brought in after 3 long, discouraging years. This was the goal toward which they had striven. This was the victory that faith and sweat had bought.
It was the birth of a new concept that would strongly influence American foreign policy from that time on, the so-called American interest abroad.
Serving the interest of the United States and demonstrating the vitality of the American system of free enterprise. A system which, from this new frontier, is pumping into the trade of the world oil. One of the materials that is making a truly great contribution to our modern civilization.
This is what the world map would look like if it were drawn according to each nation's energy resources. As one can see, the countries in the Persian Gulf would be larger than all the rest of the world together. The debate on how much oil is still left in the world is open, and ranges from those who maintain that the peak of extraction has already been reached, to those who believe that the shortage would not begin for many more years. In any case, the United States produces only 4% of the oil in the world, while it consumes about 26% of the total production.